Hi folks, let's talk a little bit about Essay2, the comparison and contrast of two texts that we've read so far this semester. um, Content-wise, this is the hardest essay that we'll write this semester, and the reason for that is students are often unfamiliar or unprepared to write about texts. And so, students can find, at least initially, that this is sort of a hard slog trying to figure out, especially how to get ideas clear. So I want to walk through the assignment itself and then talk a little bit about some resources I've created here and offered that will hopefully clear some of that up and give you like a clear pathway for how to go about this particular assignment. So a couple of highlights here. Again, you should read this on your own, but theme, mood, and tone is what this essay is going to revolve around. I want to point out a couple of common mistakes. So note that this is 3.5 pages is the minimum, so that's a half a page longer than the previous essay, than essay 1. So make sure you're hitting that length. A works cited page never counts as part of the page length, right? So it's 3.5 pages plus a works cited page. And you'll find over the next couple of weeks that I offer some advice about how to construct a works cited page for this particular essay. There's a couple of things here to pay attention to. You want to be consistent with your organization, block style, versus point by point. That's discussed in some other resources with Essay2, so I'll point you to those to figure out how to do that. When you're talking about literature, you want to use the present tense. So for example, you would say White remarks that rather than White remarked that. So that's just a little small thing that you want to pay attention to. So when you're talking about literature, you want to talk about it in the present tense. And you also want to make sure that you're using evidence from the text to support your ideas, right? So that you've documented those things properly. So every single paragraph should have references to the text and especially sentences, words, phrases from the text that illustrate or support your idea for that particular paragraph, right? I've listed some topic choices below, and there's some further directions that you should read over. But also at this point, I want to talk about a couple of other resources that I've mentioned here, or that I've created for you, right? So with the Essay2 assignment, I've posted some key questions, all right? So this is a document that gives you first a couple of different options about how to approach this essay. Some of you may prefer this option 1, which is a little bit broader and a little bit more abstract. Some of you may prefer this option 2, which has some more specific prompts and is a little bit more, maybe a little bit more concrete. It might be a little bit easier to get started with option 2. But again, that depends on you. I've listed some key questions for each of the pairs of readings, okay? Your essay should definitely not be just answering these questions. What I intend with these questions is for you to look over these and start thinking about answers to these, and that's like these are like a jumping off, like a diving board for you to really get into the essay. So don't just answer the questions in a row, but look at 1 or 2 in particular and see if the answers to those is getting toward a good essay topic for you. Okay. You also want to listen to the comparison contrast lecture. It focuses on organization for this particular essay. And you want to watch the writing textual analysis lecture. So this is about how to do analysis of texts and how to draw conclusions about texts, okay? And for both of these, I would, as always, encourage you to do active reading, taking notes, and those kinds of things. So I've tried to give you a wide range of resources as you work your way through Essay2. I mean, I find that even though it is content-wise, again, maybe more difficult than Essay 1, I find that it's really rewarding as we're really digging into these texts, especially as we're talking about such a significant theme throughout the semester of eudaimonia, happiness. And so doing this essay really helps us dig into that concept. So good luck on Essay 2, and as always, let me know if you have questions or concerns.